Well, it's time for yet another Sissy bar and maybe third time's the charm. I don't know. If I'm being honest, I quite like this Sissy bar. But with the rest of the bike getting this molded look, I kind of feel like the Sissy bar needs to follow. And I have a few ideas floating around in my head that I would like to incorporate into the Sissy bar. Let me grab the seat and we will use that as a template for our new molded Sissy bar. With my rough drawing, and I actually thought I will use this flat bar as the base for my Sissy bar. It's 25 millimeters wide and 4 millimeters thick. And as you see, I pulled out my bender as well, and to be honest, I haven't had much luck doing this long sweeping bends with that thing. But then again, I never tried it with flat bar, only with round bar. So I guess we'll see how it goes. Well, it looks like the bender failed me once again. Maybe there's a proper technique to get these long sweeping bends and I just don't know about it, or maybe it's the wrong tool for the job. Anyway, I think the hand bending turned out pretty well. And it actually looks like the bends produced by the bender might actually fit down here. We'll see. I'll keep working on it. starting to come together, and I thought my next step would be to locate and drill the holes to mount it to the fender. But I'm having a real hard time trying to line up the seat to the Sissy bar, and I just realized it's probably easier if I can mount the Sissy bar to the seat and then take that whole contraption and put it on the rear fender and then locate the holes. So I guess the next step is mounting brackets.
Still small voice tried to turn me back, but I quickly snapped it out. It don't belong here on the wrong side of town. Good luck picking me up, say your prayers, I'll let you down. I can't stay away from the wrong side of town. I can hear the full moon calling out. You can run, but not forever. I can hear the full moon calling out. You can run, but not forever.
I spent way too much time last night trying to figure out how to line up the Sissy bar so I could drill the hole for the mounting bolts. But today I realized I don't actually have to do that right now. Having the Sissy bar mounted to the seat is good enough for me to be able to keep on moving and adding the features that I was talking about in the beginning of this video. If you're an OG on the channel, you probably remember this. My little tail tidy that I did in the beginning of this build. But now the thing is, I actually want to get rid of it. I want to take the license plate, the indicators and the tail light and move them to the Sissy bar instead. Let's move over to the table and I will show you what I'm thinking. Alright, we're back at the drawing of the Sissy bar. This right here is the outer edges of the Sissy bar, and this right here is where the seat ends and the fender begins. And this right here is a template of a Swedish license plate. I think I want to mount it right where the rear fender ends. And then I want to put the tail light up here, and I already have some ideas for that, but I'm waiting for parts to come in, so I will work on that later. And for indicators, I actually want to reuse these. These are really small and easy to hide. The thing is, to follow Swedish law, I need to have 18 centimeters between my indicators. And an indicator is about 1 centimeter wide, which means I need to have 20 centimeters edge to edge. And a license plate is actually 19.5 centimeters, so it works out pretty well. I just need to add a little bit of a border to it. I think I would have done that anyways. I think I want to have the indicator sitting right underneath the license plate. I hope that will work out. Anyways, that's the plan for now. It will probably change once I start working on it. We'll see. Hold on, scrap everything I just said. Well, maybe not everything, but after I stopped recording, I went online to triple check that I had the correct measurements for the license plate, and I didn't. Or rather, they changed the sizing of the license plate. I actually think they changed it like 10 or 15 years ago, but I don't own any motorcycles that new, so I have never seen the new plate. Anyways, I have the new plate right here. I paid like $6, including shipping to my door, and it took like 2 days to get here. That's actually pretty impressive. The thing is, as I said, it's a bit smaller. It's actually only 17 centimeters wide, and that kind of ruins my idea of the placement of the indicators. And on top of that, it's a brand new plate without any mounting holes, and I don't really feel like drilling into this new fancy plate, so I will have to find a way to mount it without drilling into it. This pretty much sums up what it's like building something custom. There's always a new challenge that you didn't see coming, and there's always a new problem that you have to solve. But I will just roll with the punches. License plate holder. Let's get it done. With the spot for the license plate, I had to cut and re-weld one of the legs because I didn't align it properly the first time, but now I think it's good enough. And I ended up with this cavity right here, and I actually think it's perfect for a license plate light. And regarding attaching the actual license plate, I need to have a way to remove it easily because I have a mounting screw back here. I have decided to attach it using super strong magnets, but I'm still waiting for those to come in. But one thing that has come in are my taillights. I say taillights because I actually ordered quite a few of them. I spent forever looking for a taillight that I thought will fit this Sissy bar and that didn't cost a fortune. But it was actually surprisingly hard to find. But then I stumbled upon this. This is a replacement lens for a taillight, and it cost me like $3. And as I said, I ordered a few and I still haven't decided how many I actually want to use, but I think I will end up with 1 or maybe 2. And I don't know if I actually mentioned it, but I want to cover this whole thing with sheet metal, and I want this taillight to be integrated into that. Let's see what we can come up with. Let's do this.
You know I can't
quite the process. A lot of welding and grinding and welding and grinding, and I still have to clean it up a bit more, but this video is already getting way too long. And if you have stuck with me all the way to this point, you are a true warrior and you rock. Now I think it's time that we have a closer look at the Sissy bar before I tell you about some of its features. Well, the first feature is quite obviously the license plate cavity. I think moving the license plate from the fender to the Sissy bar will really clean up the back end. And I really like this little cavity for a hidden license plate light. I think that will look really good. The second feature is the taillights. I decided to go with 2 taillights and I'm really happy with that decision. I think it looks really cool. I will have to make a custom PCB for the taillights, and if you are interested in watching that, let me know down in the comments and I can make a video out of it. The third feature is this empty cavity right here. Right now I don't really know what to do with it and I kind of added it in on a whim. I have seen people making custom resin inlays for their Sissy bars and maybe that would look cool here. Or I can make something out of metal, like a piece of art, like a flower or a skull, or maybe cover the whole thing with spiderweb. I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know down in the comments. The next step is to figure out how to mount the Sissy bar to the rear fender. I've been contemplating just hard mounting it, just welding it straight to the fender. I don't know if that is a bad idea. It would make it very easy to mold them together. It might also make it easier to find a nice spot for the rear indicators because I still haven't figured those out. If you are at all interested in watching how I mount this Sissy bar to the fender, you are very welcome to subscribe to the channel. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching and I'll see you later. Bye!